Hi everybody, my name is Jeremy Pearson. I'm with City of Portland Bureau of Environmental Services. And so this is part of a project that we started working on probably in 2018 or 19, probably about 2018. And it's kind of like these facilities here. So this one, that one. What's there? I think there's a couple down there by Woodcrafters. Anyway, so these were kind of the result of two projects kind of colliding. PBOT had the Earl Blumenauer Bridge that they were building, which generates a lot of runoff coming off of it. Plus, BES we have a program called Urgent Small Capacity Sewer Repair. So the combined sewer line that runs under 7th here was pretty critically undersized, and we needed to replace it. So because PBOT had stormwater coming off there that they needed to mitigate for, and there really wasn't a good option to do treatment right up there at the bridge. Plus, we had a pipe we were doing here. We were going to have to open up the road, do road work. And wherever we can then use these facilities to take volume out of our combined sewer system, therefore maybe replacing with, not having to upsize a pipe at least, we like to. So basically, and I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but some of the square footage of these facilities is mitigation for the Earl Blumenauer Bridge. The rest of it is stuff that we did on our own as part of the project to reduce size in our sewer line, but then also to help resolve some basement sewer backups that we had noted at several properties in the area here. I don't think, is anybody from Greenworks here? All right, they were the consultant that designed the stormwater facilities. Just wanted to kind of give them credit if anybody was here from them. But anyway, so fairly standard Green Street facilities. They're not lined. They do drain, do infiltrate. We do have the overflows here into the CSO. Let's see. So I believe we planted them in 2021. So this project was really interesting. Everything was supposed to kind of get built together, and it didn't. We went ahead and got all this stuff built, and then things sat for a while because of the bridge. And there's a whole long story that I've heard bits and pieces of about the delays for the bridge that are just kind of pandemic craziness, at least from what I've heard. But I think we planted these in, spring of 21, so about 2 years. And like I said, they're pretty kind of your standard kind of Green Street stormwater facility that, if you've been around Portland, you've seen quite a bit. Trying to think if there's anything else sort of unique to say about them. Really, the interesting thing more on the project was just like I said, I got the two projects coming together and using these to kind of mitigate for the stormwater off the bridge. Since we are a little short on time, I can just open it up to questions if anybody has anything.
Did they get watered this year?
Yeah.
Zoe?
Yes, they actually just got watered either today or yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, they get
look
watered.
really good.
Like, we irrigate for the first 2 years. This is still in its 2-year.
So next year it's on its own.
We'll see. Sometimes Dennis is the manager for these, so sometimes he extends.
Sometimes we go more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we need to go 3, 4, forever.
Let's saw. I think you and then.
So tell us about which plants you put where and why.
Okay, well, so I didn't do the planting design for this one, so I just want to be clear that Greenworks did the planting design. But generally speaking, so in this project, I think the planters, all have generally the same planting plan, and I like to go very simple. basically we've got the Juncus patents the spreading rush on roughly a half of the facility, and then kind of a staggered kind of 2 rows of Japanese spirea along the back edge. I don't remember off the top of my head what cultivar it is. It's either Gold Mound or Gold Flame. And then I think we've got trees in a couple of them. But generally, I like to kind of have a mixture of herbaceous plants and shrubs, especially in a larger facility. I want the shrubs for the kind of deeper roots to try to kind of increase infiltration down. The Juncus has very like thick spreading fibrous root masses. All right. So that's why I kind of did sort of when I talked to the landscape consultant, we kind of did a 2/3, 1/3 type thing. It's kind of a typical planting layout that will do a lot.
Can I add to that? I like when facilities have spirea on the sidewalk side versus the street side because of visibility and safety, but also because spirea seems to keep dogs out. It grows a little higher than the Juncus and is a little less inviting than the Juncus. Dogs love pooping on Juncus for some reason. They love it. They love it.
Don't we all?
I was just curious if these catches over by the bridge are connected in any way, or is it just meant for...
So there is no water that pipes into these, other than, I think they're, no, actually I don't even think we're grabbing any roof drains. No water from up there pipes into here. Surface water from the road, yes, absolutely. So I think Flanders, I believe, after the intersection starts to break down that way towards 8th. And so basically from the intersection, this should all come down this way.
I was just really curious about those inlets, that was all.
Oh, yeah.
That are on the hill.
Oh, yeah. No, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Tell you exactly. Yes.
Is there a drain rock layer underneath the soil?
You would ask me that. I don't remember. I don't remember. Probably, I'm like 90% sure there is not. 90% sure there is not.
So part of the purpose of this is to offset the impact from the bridge, is my understanding. But
Yes.
the bridge is like a pedestrian bridge, is because it's for emergency use. It's considered like contributing impervious, or why would that even be needing any sort of mitigation?
Well, I can't really answer that. I was just told, here's a project, and you got to come up with this much square foot that PBOT's going to pay for. Yeah, it's the volume that comes down. That's if I had to speculating, that bridge is PBOT right away, therefore public right away, and so they have to meet our stormwater management manual. So.
That's what Rose said. She was right.
Okay. Rose is right. Yes, the distinction that I was playing out in my head was whether that is public right-of-way or some other. Never mind.
Private stormwater.
Yeah.
Private stormwater managed via these.
Never mind. I was going all sorts of places.
But the bridge has its own facility under the bridge.
Oh.
Does it?
Is that what those inlets are?
Well, there's these side, as the water comes down, there's a side inlet to grab it and take it under.
Oh.
The KPFF did that, but I didn't really. I just helped with the inlet a little bit.
Is it bioslopes or what?
I think it's underneath there.
Is it a proprietary system for treatment?
I don't know about that.
I don't know what they did actually. I just know that that water does not come over here. This is just the street runoff here. That would be too far to run it overland.
I mean,
So I got a plant knowledge question.
I know more about that.
Okay. So I'm noticing Liriope and Japanese spirea, yucca, a few other things. Tell me how you guys came to your plant palette versus we know why Douglas spirea is not a good choice for a facility. But tell me how you got to your non-native components to go with your native components.
First of all, don't blame me for the yucca.
No, it's
Had
cool.
nothing to do with it.
It's creative.
So, well, yeah, no, that's a good question. I think, Zoe said yesterday in her talk, the Liriope's one of the plants we use a lot, especially in kind of facilities that we've replanted a whole bunch of times. So, I'm as big of a proponent of native plantings as anyone. But the thing is, I guess I should say, like, when I first started at BES, our sort of planting kind of model here was, we should mimic a wetland because we're trying to mimic wetland functions.
Right.
But this is not anywhere near a wetland. That's not wetland soil, right? And so you can't really expect wetland plants to live in not hydric soils, right? So we had to adapt a bit. So, the Juncus pants, Carex subnupta, these wetland obligates, they still do very well in it, but other kind of wetland plants that we had tried, not so much. We also really felt we needed kind of a shrub component. Working in an urban environment kind of made sense. We're also working in environments that, just non-plant people are, we want something that they're going to kind of understand and recognize is going to make sense to them. And so really, it's really just been what kind of works. So like yesterday, when Ted and I were giving our presentation, kind of mentioned something about like, why do we use the plants we do? And people would always say, well, it survives. That's really where we are still, is because, Japanese spirea lives really well. Liriope, like, as much as I hated on that plant for years, it lives. It does really, really well. So that's kind of where it's just trial and error, what makes sense, what works.